Okay, welcome to video 2. In this video, we are going to look at scheduling a meeting, how to add the details of that meeting, such as the title, the time and date, and where you would like your meeting to post. And then we're going to look at more options and how to turn the presenter privileges only to yourself. In other words, in this setting, the default is that all students could present and their video could be on screen. What that means is they could raise their hand or interject at any moment with their voice. If you don't want them to be able to do this, then you need to turn that off, and I'll show you how. So, getting started, we've navigated to Microsoft Teams, and I'm also in the week that I wish to put my meeting in. I will scroll down to the bottom of the page and find the video camera. Remember, this is the Meet Now option. I'm going to click Meet Now. Instead of meeting right now, I'm going to schedule a meeting. You can schedule meetings for as many days in advance as you would like to. Just note that students do get an email whenever you schedule a meeting. We'll add a title to this meeting. I'll call it Chapter 4 Lecture. The next option you have here is to add required attendees. If you leave this blank, all attendees are invited. So that's the good way to remember that. Just leave it blank. Next is the time and place. So if you wanted to change the date, we could change the date by clicking here. Changing the time by clicking here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to 10 a.m. You also might, and you can change the date again if you want your meeting to last over many days. You can have your meeting last as long as you wish. You can go by the same 1 hour and 20 minutes that you're used to. So you can choose 1 hour and 30 minutes, but you can also edit this to be 1 hour and 20 minutes if you wish. You're going to want to leave this defaulted to does not repeat. That's the suggestion we're getting from IT, and I think that we should follow that until we get more training on this topic. If you click on Scheduling Assistant at the top, this just puts this into your calendar schedule so you can see what you have going on if you have a meeting scheduled or if you have something in your calendar or if you have other meeting times and other classes scheduled. You should be able to see that so that you don't overlap. I'm going to go back to details now, and now I can just go ahead and send that. Once I do, all of the attendees are going to get an email to let them know that I've scheduled a meeting. You'll also notice that your new meeting appears in the class posts page. So now what we're going to do is we are going to look at the details again because we're going to change one thing here. If we click on the meeting to see the details of this meeting, you can also do that by clicking More Options, View Meeting Details, or simply by clicking on that purple bar. Once we do, we're going to go over here to Meeting Options. And I am going to change who can present because I don't want my students to continuously ask questions while I'm going through my lesson. One amazing thing you'll find when we talk about starting your video and starting your meeting is that we can use something called the chat feature where students can type questions continuously, and it's like a live back channel that can happen while you're presenting. So you can still answer questions students have, but it just makes it a little less chaotic when they can't take over. So if we take this button, drop it down, this menu who can present, and only me is what we're going to say, and then we're going to hit save. We're done. Now, this opened in a new tab, so we are going to have to go back to that previous tab. You can even X this if you wish, but I'm just going to go over here and go back to that previous tab. Now here, you'll notice down in the description bar, this is the email that the students would get. So it might be a great idea here to click the bottom link to join our meeting for our course. However you wish to describe the meeting to your students, that's what works best. And then we're going to close. And that's it. That's how you schedule a meeting in Microsoft Teams.